Well guys, we're back here at Fox Hollow again for another course vlog. It is freezing out. I just hit a really good shot actually, and I just told myself I'm getting off work and I'm going to come out and play, no matter what. And that's what I kind of feel like this month's about, is anytime I feel like not doing something, you gotta do it. Or else it's not gonna get done, and that's gonna make me a liar when I don't put out a video every day. So guys, welcome back to another episode of Knock Stiff Golf. My name's Kyle. I'm just a fellow golf addict that happens to live in Anchorage, Alaska. And when I'm not out on the course playing golf, you're gonna find me right here talking about it. We are off for another course vlog, and I knocked one pin high right off the bat on the first tee. No warm-ups. Can barely feel my hands. It's perfect. So let's drop this birdie. No luck. Well, unfortunately that didn't go in. It's okay. This is going to be probably the quickest I've ever done a vlog, just because of how cold it is and I gotta stay warm. So I got hand warmers in my pockets. I wanted to talk about something today that has kind of been something I'm surprised hasn't been addressed more on YouTube and social media, even though they kind of touched on it a little bit. But who is the best YouTube golfer right now? And I'm not talking about like who puts out the best content, who puts out the best looking stuff or the most or whatever. Who is actually the best golfer? Now, you can kind of go about this a couple ways. The way I figured in my head is you'd almost have to do like a Ryder Cup, because there's so many talented guys across the pond from us that are doing such a great job. And a lot of those guys are phenomenal players as well that have been in the game a while. And let's go down the list of those guys after I hit this tee shot. Jesus. All right, well, I think the last time I played here I did something very similar where I just launched it like 30 yards right. This time I managed to go like 50 yards. I don't know how I do it. I'm incredibly talented. It's weird. But there's some trouble over to the left, so I think that's kind of why I just was like, well, I'm not going over there. I'm gonna go to the complete opposite side and not even be on the hole anymore, so gotta get up and down. But anyways, talent across the pond. Obviously you have like Rick Shields and Peter Finch, and they have a bunch of buddies, and I can't think of all their names, but like Carter. No, one of them's Carter, and then one of them, I've seen a lot of his stuff and I can't, forgive me. You'll remind me in the comments, I'm sure, but all those guys are pretty solid players, and their names escape me for now. They're all right there in probably skill-wise similarly, and Peter Finch has even said that if they were all playing pretty consistently, he might be the better of the players. So I think you kind of have Peter Finch at the top right there. Let's hit this awful chip shot. Look where I am. Oh jeez, look where I am right here. There's the flag. I gotta zoom in on the par 3 to show you where the flag is. That's how bad that shot was. All right, well, let's make this easy shot. That was not a very good shot, so now I gotta get up and down for bogey, which is always fun. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna putt it, because you should always keep the ball on the ground as best you can if you have no confidence in your chipping. So let's do a one-handed putt while I hold the camera. All right, that's my angle that I got right there. Go, baby. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'd give myself that. I've got like 2.5 feet. That's kind of hard. Oh, easy. I literally cannot feel my hands already, and this was the second hole, so this is gonna be rough. I got hand warmers in my pockets. I might have to take a little break for a second and warm them up, but I'm cruising. Anyways, I just slid on my winter gloves that have been sitting in my car all day. Turns out they're cold too. Let's see how long I can last. I see the lake over there is frozen over, so it's a good sign. Good sign that it's warming up. Anyways, here we are on hole 3. I think this is like 130 or something. Doesn't really matter. I'm just out here to hit some balls and talk some golf. Kyle, you can't forget that the ground is frozen, therefore the ball doesn't check. So no point in flying that all the way there. Let's make this putt. Another piss poor attempt. Well, let's do the old POV camera. Let's get that like that. There's the pin. And oh, you suck. I don't know how entertaining this is gonna be because I'm obviously playing like trash right now. I think I have just a slight excuse. It is cold and I'm almost to that point where your hands get numb and then they don't hurt anymore. And if you've ever been somewhere cold for a long period of time, you know what I'm talking about. Is there's this very painful feeling for a little bit, and as soon as they lose feeling, then you're kind of all good. It's probably very unhealthy, but I'm almost there. Like, I can almost not feel my hands, and then I know the pain will subside for a little bit till I warm them up. Anyways, we're here on the 4th hole, probably playing 165. I'm gonna hit like a 6-iron or something, just try to get something up there. And then we'll discuss some of the American golfers that I think would make up my version of the Ryder Cup of best YouTube golfers. So let's hit this. So that was interesting for a few reasons. I hit like a little soft 6 there, actually struck it pretty freaking well, and took off just right of the pin, and then I just see it hit what I think is short of the green, and it flies up about 10 yards in the air. So I'm not sure where that ended up. We're gonna go take a look. Maybe it worked out for us. Usually doesn't, but maybe it did. So let's go take a look. Also, back to best American golfers. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. The cold's messing with my brain. I think where I would start in terms of guys that consistently put out stuff is, so GM Golf would be kind of, I don't know if I don't think he's the top. I think he's a great kid, all that stuff. I don't think he's obviously the best golfer on YouTube. I don't know exactly what his handicap would be, but let's just say he's on the team. So now I need to pick some players that are better than him and maybe 1 or 2 worse. I think I would go, we're obviously eliminating Luke Kwan because he's not in the game and he actually made it. He's there. He's playing PGA Tour China, I believe, and killing it. Good for him. So let's put, it's a tough one because 2 of my favorites would have to be Golfholics. You got to put Coach on there. He'd be like Tiger Woods of the Ryder Cup team. He would be the coach, yet also be playing. And I wouldn't put it past him to pick himself because he's just oozing with confidence. So you put Coach on there. I think you put Marco on there too, for sure. Even though he's been busy with the little kid, new little baby, he is still quite the stick. So let's say, you got Golfholics and you got GM Golf. And right now I'm looking for my ball. I could have swore that hit the front of the green and bounced, and I do not see it right now. So ADD kicked in. I'm looking for my ball now. Take a peek over the green. Oh, I see her. So that's right where we came from, right over yonder, down there. Here's the flag stick. And whoop, look at you down there. You know what? I'm not playing too serious, so just want to get you out of there. Oh, taking down all sorts of stuff. Pop you out there. I'm gonna hit this shot. I'm just gonna go ahead and DQ myself so this score won't count. I obviously didn't make the hypothetical Ryder Cup team I'm talking about, but dare to dream, Kyle. Gotta remember, gotta play for the bounce. Uh-oh. So this is quite the adventure. Definitely, I love golf. I love it almost more than anything. Besides, family and family. So for me to be out here and almost thinking about calling it quits tells you how miserable it is right now. Anyways, I'm still gonna try to make this putt because you should always try to make everything. So let's do it. Oh, that would have been so good. Well, as you guys can tell, I tried my hardest on that one and it's got the old rim job. Let me rephrase that. I rimmed out, so this is all ages channel. Gotta be careful. Anyways, going to the 5th hole. I'm gonna finish my American lineup. So I'd feel pretty confident, especially if it's a Ryder Cup style. I mean, putting Coach and Marco together, that would be a pretty unstoppable match, I would say, versus anybody. I'd put them against any other YouTuber, 2 YouTubers together, and I think they're coming home with the W, no matter babies or whatever. So I'd feel confident with them. GM, He's a great trick shot artist. I don't know I just don't see too many full rounds out of him, so I don't know what that skill level is anymore, if he's maybe called it quits on that. Like another YouTuber that I would feel would be up there would be like Andrew Jensen. I think he's probably a really good player, but he just recently kind of called it quits on tournament golf in the sense of traveling for tournaments, and I totally get it. It's total grind, and at the end of the day, he's probably doing better on YouTube than he is on results from tournaments, and that's not meant to be offensive or anything, but you know, at some point you kind of have to go with where your strength is, and kind of, you can only lose money for so long doing stuff before you realize, hey, maybe I should do what's making me money. So that's up to him. That's a personal choice, and good on him doing whatever that may be. So let's round up that lineup as soon as I hit this tee shot on the 5th hole, playing 150. It's another one of these kind of just straight away. Showed you this course before. It's pretty much just right in front of you, nothing too crazy, but it's still kind of when it's 32 degrees outside, it still can be hard. So that's kind of the divots we're looking at, is these frosty little chunks of grass coming up. So anyways, hit that shot a little to the right, missed the green. Not really that surprising right now. Not playing my best golf, but here I am, mid-November almost, playing golf in Alaska where people are snowed in all over the country, so I can't complain sometimes. Anyways, let me round off my team. So I'm gonna put GM Golf on there. I'm gonna put 2 Golfholics, Marco and Coach. It's tough because I just feel like there's a lot of solid golfers out there, but I just don't know if they're like the best. Like Brody, I think is a really good golfer that's improved drastically. I don't see him playing a ton of golf. I know he's posting some videos right now of Ireland, I think, and stuff like that. I mean, he's saying he's like a +1 or a +2, and so by that logic, he would probably be one of the better players on YouTube. So I kind of have to go with him as well. I think that would probably round out my 4 or 5. I think I would go both Golfholics, GM Golf, Brody, and then I think Andrew Jensen, because, you know, I think that's what would do it in terms of people that put out content and are of the most skilled. So here I am up by the pin. You can see my ball right down there by that tree. Try to get this one real close for a tap. Would you look at that? Somebody didn't crap the bed. Perfect. All right, saved a little par there. Now we're coming to my favorite hole. I showed you guys this one last time. I don't know why it reminds me of Augusta. It looks nothing like Augusta, but just brings that vibe. And you know, that's what matters to me. Anyways, it's getting pretty freaking dark. I hope the quality stays up on this video. I don't even know what kind of quality this video is gonna be. Just kind of rambling about stuff and playing some very ugly golf. I know this hole's like 90 yards, so I'm just gonna bring a little wedge with me and we can walk back here together. Thanks for watching part 1 of this course vlog. I just wanted to address a couple things that I noticed after I had recorded. First off, that Andrew Jensen is actually Canadian who lives in Florida currently. So technically he wouldn't be a part of Team USA, but if I had to switch one of them out, I feel bad that I forgot Zach Radford on there. He's still one of my favorite YouTubers out there, so we'll put them both on the team, and we'll call it North America versus Europe in terms of the Ryder Cup, just to make that even. Also, I noticed there was kind of some things that I said in the video that made me feel like I diminished the skill that some of the players had, especially on Team USA, and I didn't mean it to sound like that. I was just trying to kind of analyze in my head who is actually skill-wise the best golfer on YouTube. All the players I mentioned are fantastic golfers in the big scheme of things, and I just didn't want to diminish their ability by something I said. So I hope you don't take it like that, and I hope if any of them watch it that they also didn't take it like that, because I respect their game 100%. So those are just a couple things that I wanted to clarify. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, subscribe down below. I appreciate each and every one of you watching the videos each and every day. In November, I hope to keep it up, and I will see you guys back for part 2 of the vlog. We'll see you next time. Bye.